5 seconds to go. Mr. Vice Chairman, this finance bill has been introduced at a time of crisis, at a time of external crisis. In addition to the Chinese on the north, we have incursions from the neighboring country on the west. Therefore, it seems to me that this finance bill and the budget proposals should be defense oriented, but we find no provision for increase in defense expenditure. It is still rupees 740 crores as it was at the time when the finance minister announced his proposals. If we are to put our defense in proper order so as to ensure the security of our country, if we are not to look for military alliances in order to supplement our defense forces, our defense expenditure must be increased considerably, and it will have to be rupees 800 crores, 900 crores or even 1,000 crores of rupees. There is enough money in this budget to allow transfer of more to the defense services. Money has to be found by reducing expenditure on other items which absorb so much money. The expenditure on the plan is 200 crores of rupees on the revenue account and another 300 crores on the capital account. This must be drastically pruned. The plan expenditure must be reduced to indispensable expenditure which may be required for the development of the country, like agricultural improvements and all facilities and aids that agriculture requires, like village roads, minor irrigation, reclamation of land, anti-erosion projects, literacy, without which our agriculturists cannot increase their productivity, technical education, which will also improve the productivity of not only the agriculturists but also those engaged in the industrial sector. There is certain expenditure which is unjustifiable in the present circumstances, in the present crisis situation in which we are placed. There is the expenditure on the Planning Commission. Cannot we really have a less expensive Planning Commission than the one which we have and which costs about 1 crore of rupees a year? The National Economic Development Council of England costs only 20 lakhs of rupees, 250,000 pounds sterling, and it does as good work as, if not better than, our Planning Commission to increase the productivity of England. There is also that absolutely unjustifiable item of family planning. I believe that in the fourth plan it will be raised to 70 crores. Then what about the expenditure on our administrative services? It has been growing steadily. We must have a commission on the pattern of the Hoover Commission, which proposed a reduction of $7,000 million in the administrative expenditure budget of United States of America. We must have a commission on that pattern in order to go into the whole business of our administrative system from top to bottom, from the center down to the states, in order to modernize it. We have been promised administrative reform committees in the Secretariat. The Home Minister makes much of these administrative reforms committees. First of all, their objective is only to reduce the delay in the Secretariat, not to reduce the expenditure. And moreover, appointment of administrative reforms committees from among the Secretariat officers is like asking the patients in a hospital to prescribe for one another. You must have an outside body, a scientific body of administrators composed of public men and of businessmen, such as the Hoover Commission was, in order to go into the whole business of the costly administrative system under which the country is suffering. Then, in regard to our defense organization also, we are getting the best out of the money that we are spending, even out of the rupees 740 crores that we can afford. What we want for the defense of our frontiers is a mobile force, not the kind of force suggested by somebody in the other house the other day. They wanted the frontier to be defended by the whole army. They wanted the whole army to be deployed all along the frontier. We want mobile force, well armed, well equipped, which will be able to rush to danger spots before these danger spots become more dangerous. The government has suggested that a police force would be enough to do the ordinary work of defending our frontiers. I hope it will be an armed police, something like the armed reserve force used in Madras now generally for suppressing the student riots. It might be between used in the ordinary day-to-day defense of our Pakistan border. Has the army got all the modern equipment that is required? Have we got enough machine guns, automatic rifles, mortars and grenades, and how many per unit? Have we enough small and medium tanks? Have we enough anti-craft guns, and have we enough helicopters, which are in evidence in the recent defense action against the Pakistan incursions? Have we got the new craft which does not rise above a few yards but which would be very useful in desert areas? Stop.